Let me guess. You're one of those guys who's always wanted to take a cold shower, but you've never been able to get through the fear of taking them. Or you're just someone who's not been able to do them on a consistent basis. Trust me, I was one of those guys. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know to be able to take them on a consistent basis. And more importantly, why you should be taking them. For about a year now, I've been trying to take cold showers on a consistent basis, but I never really got around to doing that. My maximum streak was about 2 days, up until 3 months ago. For a few days, I would be able to take the cold shower, but then I used to cope. I used to take a hot shower, and then I would say, oh, 20 seconds at the end of a hot shower just still counts as cold exposure, so it should be fine. And I bet that's what a lot of you are doing right now. But it doesn't count, and today I'm going to show you how you can actually take it and what the benefits of doing it the right way are. So the major change that I made was that I made my journey public. Steven Bartlett talks about this in his book, A Diary of a CEO. If you want to make sure that you do something, make it public, because when you make it public, you're putting something else on the line. And most, if not all people, value their reputation. So now, by not doing the thing that you said you would do, there's a much more direct consequence of you not doing it. You have your reputation on the line. People are going to judge you if you don't hold yourself to your words. And that's why I think posting YouTube every single day has been so useful for me. It's held me accountable and it's really made a change to my progress. I'm not just ticking off some habit tracker on a wall anymore. Now there's real world consequences to me not doing the things that I said I would do. Now, announcing to the world their failures is not everyone's cup of tea, but you can surely do it on a much smaller scale. Get a group chat of people who are just on the same journey as you, people who are trying to achieve the same things as you, and hold each other accountable. If you want, you can even do it in the comment section of my community post. That option is always open to you. I post every single day, so there's no excuse for you to be slacking and not to post yourself. Now you're asking, how do I get through the mental side of it? How do I go through the pain and suffering and torture of taking a cold shower every single day? Bro, trust me, it's hard. It's hard as hell. I ask myself every single day why I go through this. Just turning the dial down to the hot shower is so easy. So easy to do it. And it feels good. It feels nice. That's why we all want to do it. It's the easy option. But it really boils down to one thing. How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to sacrifice momentary comfort for the things that you really want in the future? There's tons of successful people who don't take cold showers. They take hot showers. I'm not saying you can't be successful by taking hot showers, but you clicked on this video because you want to be a savage. You don't want to be mediocre. You want to get uncomfortable because that's where you grow. That's where you build that iron mentality. That mentality that lets you go that extra step. That mentality that moves you one step ahead of your competition. And that mentality that moves you one step ahead towards your goals. That's why you clicked on this video. And that's why you're subscribed to me. You not only want to see my journey, you want to see me help you on your own journey as well. Okay, we get to the point. We're in the shower now. We're about to turn the dial. The cold water's going down, but you're outside the shower. That's me almost every morning, waiting for the right moment to get in. There's no right moment. There's no right moment. But for me, there's always that trigger point that forces me to get in. And I have a variety of tactics that let me get to that trigger point. The first thing I do is I visualize my best possible scenario. I visualize success. I visualize myself having everything that I ever wanted. That usually gets me in. And if that still isn't enough motivation for me, I think about the worst possible scenario. I think about what my life would be like if I was a failure, if I didn't do any of the things I said I would do. And that really pisses me off. That scares me. There's nothing that should scare you more than failure. There's nothing more that should scare you than you not being able to meet your goals. That's what propels you. And that's what usually gets me in. It's that fear that I might not be able to do the things that I said I would do. The fear that I might not be able to do the things that I promised myself. At this point, you should be getting in. And if you're not getting in, your why is not strong enough. Okay, if you're still watching this video, you're special. You have that fire inside of you. You want to change yourself in a big way. And maybe you also want to change the world in a big way. But this is probably the part you're waiting for. What are actually the benefits of going through this? Is this just a useless expression of discipline and willpower? What's the point of it? Does it have any benefits? That's what you're waiting for. Yes, of course it does, bro. It has lots of benefits. And personally, I've been noticing two main benefits. And the first benefit is that I feel like a goat when I step out that shower. This is what I call the superhero effect. I walk out that shower feeling like I've accomplished something, like I'm ready to conquer the day. And I just feel amazing. My mood's elevated, I'm hyped up, and I'm ready to do the stuff that I need to do. It brings that extra focus and attention to my work. Maybe not for the whole day, but for the next couple of hours. And that sets the tone for the rest of the day. Another thing, when you're waking up at the crack of dawn, you're going to be groggy. You're not going to be asked to do anything. You just want to stay in bed. And then when you take that cold shower, it just jolts you awake. It's like drinking a coffee, but times 10. The effects are instantaneous. It's like a jolt to your system as soon as the cold water's all over you. Now, scientifically, it raises your dopamine baseline. But am I qualified enough to talk about dopamine? No, of course not. I'm not qualified enough. So I'm going to link below Andrew Huberman's Cold Exposure podcast. All the benefits with science-backed research that you want to hear about. So if this video hasn't convinced you to take a cold shower, watching that podcast will certainly convince you. Now bear this in mind. Taking a cold shower will be hard, just for 20 seconds. And once you've got in, you'll get used to it. It'll become easy. It'll become normal. As the days go on and you start taking them consistently, it'll start becoming easier. And it's not becoming easier because they're not as effective. You're just improving. You're just getting better. You're just able to cope with the cold water better. That's all that's happening. But trust me, it never gets completely easy. It's still a struggle to force yourself every day. But that's why so many people quit. If you did gain some value from this video, there's only one small favor I'm going to ask from you. You just need to escape full screen mode. You need to scroll down, just hit the like button and subscribe. That's all you need to do. It really helps the algorithm and it really makes my time worth it. And if you don't, that's fine, it's your choice. But you'll probably never see me again. Thanks for listening, bro.